Today is Saturday, March 12th, 2022. Let's analyze what happened in the stock market yesterday. Friday's session, can't really say anything positive about it. Gapped up. I guess that's a positive thing. Gapped up. After that, everything went south. Quickly try to push above 42.90, which is this solid line. That same level we've been talking about for the last few sessions. And it sold out from there. Basically trended lower all day long, finishing near the lows of the day, below this low, and below the 5 day moving average. Once again, this level, this zone proved to be very strong resistance. That's between 42.90 and 4300. That's where the 10 day moving average is also currently. Levels I'll be watching on Monday for support 4165. That's this green zone here. Bounce about that. Once it gets there, I want to see how it behaves. Maybe it's a good bounce off that. If not, the next level will be down here 4120 roughly. That'll be around this low. And of course, there's a zone up here pushes above that. That could be a good long. I don't really see a trade between, say, here and here. I'm doing nothing in between. It's very choppy. It's been very choppy. I would expect it to continue to be choppy until it breaks either above this level or under here. I thought about shorting it up here also, but it was too risky. I don't really, or I should say, I did not want to hold it short over the weekend. Remember, this is the same level where I shorted 3-4 days ago here, 42.90. But even though it's the same level, the setup is just different. So I'm skipping it for now. I'm just gonna wait for the bounce. Better setup with a more predictable outcome. Now for the Nasdaq 100, very similar. How can I say setup as the S&P 500? It was not able to push above this level around what 13,750. That's where you have this pivot point and the declining 10-day moving average. Path of least resistance is south, of course. It's below all major moving averages. It's able to find support here from that low a few sessions ago. Closing near the lows of the day, it implies lower prices. Levels that I'll be watching, of course. This is the range that I'll be watching around 13,750. That's this red zone up here and the green zone up here, or down here, I should say. That's around 13,000 and 13,100. Anything in between, not interested. I think it will be very choppy. So I would wait until it pushes above, say, if it happens on Monday, above this level. I will be pushing back above the 5 day and more importantly, above the 10-day moving average and that pivot point. Down here, also, I'll be, if it happens, comes down here around that area, I'll be watching it very closely for a bounce. Now, for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, of course, a similar pattern because they all move together. This one was able to push above the 10-day moving average, couldn't quite continue, sold off, finishing below that moving average and the 5 day moving average. For this one, levels to watch will be 33,600, and down here that would be a good trading range. We'll see which way it wants to go. For the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, very interesting, has been finding support around 3150. Happened the previous session here and here. Are we going to get a bounce on Monday? We'll see if that's the case. Breaking above this level the Friday's high. That will be pushing above the 10-day moving average. So that will be very interesting if that happens. Could be even a long setup. Down here, even if it breaks below this line, I really don't see a good short setup. This could act as a support also. So that's very close to support. So I wouldn't say it will be a good setup. Now for the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, this setup has been trading up and down 199, a pivot point, and around the 20-day moving average. I think this pattern is getting very choppy. I see lots of resistance up here between here and then the declining 50. That's going to be a big resistance. Should be. I don't think we're going to push above it. Hasn't tagged it in a very long time. So I would not be looking for a setup up here until it pushes about the 50-day moving average or any level down here also. But this range is getting very narrow. You're getting lower highs. Let me clear it. You're getting lower highs and higher lows. So this range right here, this is what you're working with right now. We're working with right now. I don't know if that's going to coincide by the time we get up here. It's going to coincide with the 50-day moving average, or down here have a big sell-off and then a bounce. We'll see. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. And remember to always have a plan before the market opens.